Hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you? I'm Mike.
Hi, mate. I'm Neil.
Neil, nice to see you. So this is the little Honda S2000 I've been speaking to you about.
Yes.
What can you tell me about the car?
Well, it's a car I've always wanted ever since they first come out. Great looking car. A friend of mine bought this one about 2.5 years ago, and I was very envious, especially the colour. But unfortunately, he let it run too low in oil and partially seized the engine.
That's nice.
And it come up for sale as a non-runner. I bought the car cheap with intentions of restoring it back to its former glory. I was going to put originally a second-hand engine in, and I was contacted by a company that said they could rebuild the engine for the same price as a second-hand engine. They rebuilt the engine, but it's never run properly since.
Well, that's a real shame.
Yeah, I need to cut my losses. I've put a lot of money into it so far, and I don't know where it's going to end.
Okay. All right, well, let's have a good look around the car, because the bodywork looks actually all right, doesn't it? And I do like the colour. I noticed when I walked in, the headlamps, they've gone a bit faded. And the wheels, they could do with a refurb. Down the side, it's nice and sharp. Yeah, it looks all right. I love the back of these cars.
Yes.
They look so good, don't they? Great car to follow, and because they're so fast, you're usually behind one. Twin exhaust, those twin lights. OK, let's look inside the cockpit. It's a great place to be, isn't it?
It certainly is, yes.
That big red starter button, probably one of the first ones that appeared on a production car, if I remember rightly.
I believe you're correct.
Nice sculptured leather seats. They look in good order. Very nice. Not too sure about the gear knob.
No, that's something the car come with, which I never liked, and it was my intentions to put an original S2000 one on there.
OK, and can we pop the bonnet?
Yeah,
have a look
of
at the
course.
engine. I'm very excited about seeing the beating heart of any Honda S2000. Oh dear. Well, that looks a bit of a mess, doesn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, the people that rebuilt the engine, this is how it come back to
You're
me.
kidding. It's not nicely presented, and what lets it down also is some of the exposed bits of metal. They've really been affected by where we are, because we're down on the coast here.
That's right, yeah.
So you've got the salt air, these brackets here at the top of the radiator, this little cover here. They all seem to be pitted in rust. I mean, it can be cleaned up, it's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
The other thing that lets it down is that cam cover. It looks like it's been painted by crayon.
Yeah.
So what does it drive like?
It's running very rich. You can smell in the exhaust fumes, sort of unburnt fuel.
Yeah.
It wants to store when it's warm, and it's quite lumpy tick over.
Well, that is the big risk with this car, isn't it? This engine, because I accept the fact that the car's cheap and you've advertised it, and you've advertised it actually really accurately. But the big gamble with this car is whether that engine can be fixed, because it's such a highly technical unit.
That's correct.
If it's OK with you, can I take it for a quick test drive?
No problems at all.